Hello and croeso. We are delighted to bring to you the Social Farms and Gardens Community Management Awards for 2025. This is a set of awards that has been organised by our Community Land Advisory Service Cymru since 2019. The service is funded by the Welsh Government to support communities to access green spaces and gain all the necessary consents for their activities. So, for any of your land access queries and for planning support, get in touch. We're a small team, but we achieve a lot, supporting over 65 projects each year and advocating on their behalf.
Eleni, mae 1 ar 15 o brosiectau ledled Cymru wedi derbyn gwobr rheolaeth gymunedol. Nawr byddwn ni'n arddangos o'r enillwyr gyda ffilm fer o bob prosiect. Mae'r ffilmiau 90 eiliad. Maen nhw'n dangos y gwaith anhygol y mae pobl yn y gymuned yn ei wneud, wrth wirfoddoli yn ei hamser rhyddi. Maen nhw'n ddod â phobl ynghyd i fwynhau'r awyr agored a gofalu am eu hamgylchedd.
This year, 16 projects throughout Cymru have received the accolade of the Community Management Award. Shortly, we will showcase the awardees with a short film from each project. The 90-second films show the amazing work people in the community do while volunteering in their spare time to bring people together to enjoy the outdoors and care for their environment. We know from experience that if public bodies and community projects work together, there are many added benefits. To facilitate this,
and to shine a light
on communities managing effective green spaces, we invite the awardees and other projects to complete a Social Farms and Gardens Site Resilience Plan. This shows how the actions of the volunteers align perfectly with the goals of the Wellbeing of Future Generations Act here in Cymru. With 2025 being the 10th anniversary of the Act, we are launching our Community Management Awards on the Welsh Government's Light Up the Future Day of celebration of the Act. This means we can all celebrate our actions together. This year, for the first time, we've created a striking Wellbeing Pledge poster for each group that completes a resilience plan. This is so audience can see more quickly how the goals of the Act are being met through the project and why it may be beneficial to work with them.
Felly nawr, ar y rhan bwysig, y ffilmiau.
So, now on to the important part, the films.
Rydym yn falch iawn i rannu'r ffilmiau cyntaf gyda phrosiectau o Gogledd Cymru.
The first cluster of films is from the north of Cymru. Mulfra Community Garden, located at Neuadd Mulfra Hall, Ynys Môn. Safle mynwent eglwys yn Saint Alheiran, Gwynedd, yr Ardd Wyllt, a Coed Gymunedol yn Pen y Groes, Gwynedd. Gerddi Stiniog yn Ffestiniog, Gwynedd.
Welcome to Mulfra Community Garden, a child-centred project for the community, by the community. The project is located at Mulfra Community Hall, right in the centre of the village of Mulfra, on the island of Anglesey in Wales. The land is owned by the community, and we were approached by Medra Mon and the Ligby Alliance to inject some colour and a place for the community to meet for both young and old.
Another amazing partner was Keep Wales Tidy, who provided all the plants, the basic equipment and lots of advice and support in the early days of getting the garden off the ground.
We held a public consultation and got the local school children to design the garden in conjunction with Cool Canvas, a design company who specialise in community garden projects, who offered their time free of charge. 12 months of hard work culminated in an opening event this August, where we had the local headmaster officially open the garden with the children, and we had a summer fete to celebrate the garden and allow everybody to enjoy it for the first time officially. It's been great to see the community really engage with the garden. We've had the school children down from the school as part of their curriculum, and people who volunteered come in regularly to prune and maintain the garden. One thing in particular that was really moving for us all was the request for a memorial bench, where we then ended up actually putting in a memorial waterfall. But the family who lost their loved ones have now got a place where they can come and quietly contemplate and remember. We're really looking forward to what the future holds for the garden. We're looking forward to the springtime with a new planting, seeing what vegetables we can bring, seeing what the kids are going to do and how they're going to interact more as part of their curriculum with the schools involved. And just in general, seeing people use the garden somewhere where the community can congregate and be proud of and feel like they've got somewhere that they own.
This is very much a work in progress that began last year.
So, quick introduction, this is our cemetery site. It's quite an old cemetery, so we have to be very careful when we dig. As you can see, this is Paul, and he's just looking after the trees. He's sort of the head honcho. Mae Paul wedi gweithio'n galad efo sy'n deitha ni be i wneud. Mae yna 92 o goed wedi plannu fan hyn ar hyn o bryd. Fala, pears, plums, cherries. We are hoping that we'll be able to have a beehive later on, but we have to have discussions with the vicar about that. So that's one for the future, and it'll tie in with our beehives that we have already. A mae hefyd y berllan arall sydd gynnon ni tu nôl i'r antur, felly mae hwn yn clymu mewn reit handi yn fan hyn. Mae yna bobl yn dŵad o dro i dro i gerad o gwmpas y fynwant, a mae pawb wedi gwirioni wrth weld y coed ffrwytha.
Mae sawl grŵp wedi trio wneud rhywbeth efo fo a ddim wedi llwyddo. Ond yn mis Medi 2020, so yn ystod Covid, oeddwn ni'n gofyn y cyngor a oedd yn bosib i dechrau datblygu y tir i jyst i roi cyfle i bobl i wneud rhywbeth yn yr awyr agored. Ac ers hynny, dyn ni wedi cael prydles a dyn ni wedi symud ymlaen i datblygu prosiect uchelgeisiol i gwella'r bywyd fi a roi cyfleoedd i bobl.
It's very good company. The people who do gardening are always very interesting to meet. I'm really thrilled with gardening myself. They had an open day. A lot of very interesting people came to enjoy the open day and do various crafts and things. It's very exciting, I think.
Mae bob wythnos da ni'n cael sesiynau garddio fo'n gilydd. Mae plant yn dod lawr yma ar gyfer ysgol goedwig. A da ni hefyd yn cael cyfle i blant ysgol dod yma ar sesiynau i ddysgu am bywyd gwyllt, ba amrywiaeth, a i fwynhau y byd natur a y byd naturiol o'i cwmpas nhw.
Gafodd Cynon ei sefydlu yn 1996 oherwydd gofod yn y farchnad ar gyfer rhoi darpariaeth i pobl hefo anableddau dysgu a chorfforol yn Ne Gwynedd. Mae Gerddi Stiniog yn dod o dan gofal dydd a mae unigolion yn mynd yna i cael profiadau gwaith yn ymwneud â garddwriaeth. Da ni hefyd yn defnyddio Gerddi Stiniog fel gofod cymunedol ac da ni'n cynnal digwyddiadau yna. Da ni wedi datblygu llyfryn gweithgareddau, da ni yn cydweithio hefo ysgolion lleol gan gynnwys ysgol addysg arbennig ac yn rhoi cyfle i bobl dysgu mwy am ochr natur, bywyd gwyllt a'r math yna beth. Ond yn y gerddi, da ni wedi datblygu hefyd i cynnal, mae gynnon ni cychod gwenyn yna ac hefyd ieir. A da ni'n cynnal hefyd gwersi gyda coleg lleol, coleg trydyddol grŵp Llanfechain.
Project 5,000 oedd y peth fwyaf. Oedden nhw'n 2 flynedd yn ôl. Oedden nhw'n datblygu dipyn o dir i ni, lle oedd y tir jyst i fynd i wast. Oedd na llawn yn byd yn mynd ymlaen yna. So, gafon ni'r garst yn hwyraidd, lle picnic, gwella'r llwybra, falle a jyst sbrwsio'r lle i gyd. Oedd o'n gwych. Da ni'n tyfu blanhigion, dechrau o ha, a hefyd da ni'n brynu plygiau ar adon ymlaen i werthu. Da ni'n gwneud bach o waith coed, clirio tir. Da ni'n gobeithio dechrau mynd allan i'r gymuned i wneud fwy o waith yn y gymuned i bobl eraill hefyd.
We have been to visit all of the projects and awarded them their certificates and plaques. Plaques which incidentally have been made from reclaimed oak floorboards. How great to see those projects achieving so much up in Gogledd Cymru.
Nesa, roeddwn ni'n symud tu ar de, ac mae'r ail grŵp o ffilmiau yn dangos 3 prosiect enillwyr o'r canolbarth.
The second cluster of films is showing 3 awardee projects from mid-Cymru. We have Cultivate in Newtown, Powys, Ardd Gymuned, located at Llanfechain Church of Wales School, Powys, to Llanfechain Community Garden in Aberystwyth, Ceredigion.
Hi, I'm Mary. I work at Cultivate in Newtown, mid Wales. This site is owned by the college. We've been here 10 years. So we're a community garden and we have our regular groups and then we work with a lot of other groups. The site itself is broken up into several areas. It's all organic. We are moving more and more into no dig. We've got cider maker on the commercial side. We work with various other food producers in the area, supplying them with soft fruit. And then on site we've got various long-term relationships with other partners like Coed and the Wildlife Trust, and we've got the local gallery that's currently using our site for a lot of therapeutic workshops around craft. We're just building a new dedicated children's garden, so that'll be ready for next season, and we're just about to start working on a space at the top of the garden to turn it into a forest school. And down the line we've got some little projects with intergenerational types of projects. Yeah, we're in this process at the moment in a really lovely time where we've got a really good established garden to work with, and we've had this opportunity just to build on and enable as many activities as we can facilitate. Some of the best moments this year have come from our shared lunches on site, where we're harvesting exactly what we got in the garden and we're making some amazing vegan, vegetarian meals and we're sharing them, and that is what I call our family lunches. We're also the host of Boyd Powys Food, which is sustainable food places for North and South Powys. We have this ultra local focus and then we have this broader county-wide policy focused aspect to our work. So thank you, and it's lovely to be nominated.
We are in the Ardd Gymuned, Llanfechain School in Powys. My name is Sian. I'm a governor of Llanfechain School and have been involved in maintaining the garden for the past 3 years. We have around 20 community volunteers who work with the 7 staff members and the 45 children at the school to grow a range of produce, flowers and trees. The garden is open to the community all of the time out of school hours. I want to help children learn valuable skills to grow and eat local healthy produce and to gain a sense of conniving or belonging. Local people have supported the garden in a range of ways, including building cold frames, working with the children, leaf mould boxes, and creating signs and decorations. It generates a sense of conniving for the school and the wider community.
The garden has been my sanctuary. I've spent hours there working with the volunteers and children. One of the lovely sessions I remember is planting potatoes in buckets. It is an absolute joy.
I like meeting people in the community and eating lots of food.
I'm Sue. I live in the village and I saw the notice go up, helpers needed, and I thought what a wonderful idea. So the garden is exquisite. It's filled with apple trees, herbs, pathways, interesting little secret places, a willow arch which the kids will be redoing in a couple of weeks' time, weaving it to make the tunnel more exciting, more secretive.
The wonder when we've shown them the patterns on the beautiful little spiders we found, their delight. It's just absolutely magical. And it's terrific that so many people from the community can join in here as well. You know, it's a real gathering place. It's a happy space to be in.
Tyfu Abergrow's aim is to support people to grow food in Aberystwyth to reduce food miles, build food security and skills, and promote a healthy food culture. It's a small triangle of green space in the middle of town owned by Aberystwyth Town Council. We saw a huge interest from people who would like to grow food and were new to growing but who didn't know where to start. Accessing green space directly in town is not easily available. Aber Food Surplus saw this need and we took on the guardianship of this site.
We get a lot of compliments, people saying how much they like seeing the green space in the middle of town. We get people coming in to a cup of tea in their lunch break or have a sandwich. Green space is just so valuable, for nature and for people's well-being. We have about 4 or 5 volunteers at a time coming to help manage the garden.
This is Dan, one of our fantastic volunteers.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Gets you out in nature. It's cheaper than going to the gym, and it's a great community of people who are involved.
Hi, I'm Maeve and I've been volunteering at the garden for about 6 months, and I've really enjoyed learning more about growing, which is something I really wanted to do, but kind of, not isolated in a way that makes me get more involved with the community and learning from it. So it's been a really great experience.
It's great to see such a diversity of community growing take place from mid-Cymru.
Nesaf, rydym yn teithio I dde orllewin Cymru.
The third set of films is showing 5 awardee projects from southwest Cymru. They are
Havergardd
in Pembrokeshire, a Bannau community garden located in Cynolfon
Rhondda Taff,
the Friends of Coed Gwilym Park in North Swansea, YMCA Neath Community Garden, located in Dderwen in Neath, Glynneath Golf Club in
Neath Port Talbot.
I can only say wonderful things about the garden, really. We've been able to deliver 4 or 5 events for the whole community. The community come here and really want to take part, and not just unlike their beds, but other beds as well.
The garden gave me an opportunity to re-engage with the community, that I could gradually really build my confidence, learn new skills, meet new people, while utilising the skills that I already did have.
I previously had an allotment, didn't find there was much of a sense of community. If anything, it was a bit competitive. Whereas with the community garden, we're doing everything together. We're sharing our knowledge, we're sharing the resources, and we're sharing the produce that we make.
For me, this place is just so full of joy. A site that used to be an old gasworks and then sat for a long time unused, now become a place where people can grow, connect with nature and with each other.
I found myself getting more involved with volunteering, helping weeding, getting involved in events, made some really beautiful friendships and connections.
It's all about the social aspect of coming here and just getting together and feeling part of something. And that part of something is what makes communities.
Welcome to Dderwen Community Gardens. Here we do the community food growing project. All of our food that we produce is given in to the local food bank. This section is the welfare section where we have our group meetings and what we have to do. We converted the bike shed to make it into a useful space for us for storing the tools. We also recycle and repurpose all our organic matter, including the whole tree use. We use the branches for wood chip. Now all our chip is then used to make the roads. In this section, we've got the soft fruits that just finishing off, some tayberries and last of the raspberries. At the back of each polytunnel, we've created areas for the wildlife. Along here, back in the spring, we had the flower bombs we made up, which attracted the bees and the pollinators. On this site, we're just putting in our fruit trees and our orchard. We're getting ready to extend all of the raised beds. Everything we have will now be going 3 times the size because all of the spring and summer crops have got done well. The nursery, where soon we'll be tidying up to bring on all of the crops we want to get ready for the spring, the first lot. Now in the polytunnels now, because it's October, we have an extended growth period. We've left with some tomatoes, some courgettes, we've got some peppers in, and the kids came in to do a little bit of planting just to get the feel of things, where they planted some herbs which will overwinter.
Friends of Coed Gwilym Park were established in 2019. Since then, we have raised quite a bit of money. We've built the community pavilion behind us. We've started a community garden, which is beside the green over here. And we have several projects that we would like to do in the next 12 months. Girls football has grown from 6 members with Clydach FC to 160 members. So we're incorporating all that. We're also building a tarmac path right round the park, which can be utilised by people watching football, can be used by dog walkers, by people pushing prams, but it can also be used for a park run, which we're hoping to start up in the middle of this year.
As the weather gets better and better, there's going to be more and more visitors to the park, and it's just trying to get the community involved with the wonderful facility that's here.
And we already have about 30 volunteers.
There's the volunteers who help me to run the show, and without them it would not be possible whatsoever, but it's a wonderful little group that we have.
And it's good for their volunteers'
Yes.
well-being and mental health, as well as being very good for people in the community because they come back regularly. We have a chat with them, and it solves a lot of isolation problems and social isolation, and all in all it's a win-win for all people involved.
Welcome to Garddi Pobl, a community garden project located at YMCA Neath in the heart of Neath, Wales. Our garden is a space for people of all ages to come together, grow vegetables, connect with nature and build friendships. The land is owned by YMCA Neath, and thanks to the hard work of our dedicated volunteers, we've transformed into a thriving garden. Together, we have created a beautiful space where our local community can gather and enjoy many benefits of our garden. At Garddi Pobl, we run a variety of activities such as our gardening club, which meets regularly to care for the garden and grow fresh vegetables. It's a great way to learn new skills and enjoy the outdoors. We have a host of friendship groups that provide a safe, welcoming space to chat, relax and support each other.
I really enjoy coming and doing some gardening and socialising. It's a lovely group.
I think it's important to do volunteer in the community, to give me something back. I enjoy gardening, I think it's good for people's mental health, and it's nice to have a really nice space so people can sit here and enjoy it. I want to create a sustainable future for my children. I know how hard it is to be able to get fresh fruit and veg, so it's one place that I can do it.
Whether you are an experienced gardener or just looking to make new friends, there is a place for you at Garddi Pobl, YMCA Neath.
Well, it's a fantastic opportunity that we've been given anyway to work with the parks. I think it's important on many different levels for a community level, which is a positive thing with community members and Brychieniog and the golf club, because we were a group of volunteers. We were looking for a project then to get our teeth into, and this is perfect. Whether we walk in, whether we forest bathing, whether we gathering seeds or whatever for the tree nursery, we help people with gardening. We found that there were plenty of groups locally to help.
Forming the community tree nurseries has been fantastic. We're looking at growing provenance trees that would be local to this area. That's really given us a focus of what we need to do. The exciting thing is watch the group growing over the coming years, but then also to see the sort of the projects we get involved with. But the main thing I've really enjoyed is meeting new people, working with the community group around here. Really look forward to coming down here and learning together, collecting tree seed and just watching the trees growing from seeds and then into their final homes then when we plant them, hopefully in the fields and some of the hedgerows around here.
And the opportunities that the tree nursery, as it progresses and develops, where we will have an outdoor area for a school possibly, growing our own vegetables, you know, the potential is just massive and it's so exciting.
How nice to see a private golf club giving up their land for community use. We need more of that in Cymru.
Bydd y set olaf o ffilmiau yn dangos 4 prosiect enillwyr y De-ddwyrain.
The final set of films will show 4 Awardees projects from some of the most populated parts of Cymru, the southeast. They are Park Seymour Playing Fields in Newport,
Heo Gerddi,
Tenants and Residents Association,
Rhondda Taff,
CF61 Community Project at the CF61 Community Centre located in
Llantwit Major,
in the Vale of Glamorgan, Down to Zero, located on 2 sites,
Rhondda Taff.
Park Mark Seymour Playing Field and Children's Park is managed by Penhow Community Council. It provides a secure open space for residents, children and visitors to the area to relax and exercise. For many years the ground was a basic open space, but over the years the land has been developed to what it is today, a well-maintained ground that welcomes everyone, including wildlife. A specific children's playing area has been provided, and in addition several pieces of outdoor gym equipment have been added, as well as some pieces of kit for children's skateboarding. A hardcore pathway was created in 2023, with benches placed at intervals for those less mobile to sit and rest. The Community Council, with the aid of volunteers, have planted several wildflower areas. The sites are a haven for bees and other pollinators. Along the southern edge of the field, a row of trees has been planted, which provides a corridor for wildlife, birds and bats. The field is used to hold community events, picnics, fetes, family days, with the most recent being a family fun day to commemorate D-Day 80. The local scouts also use the playing field annually to put on their firework display to raise funds for the uniformed organisations. The Community Council will continue to manage this area of land for the benefit of its residents, visitors to the area and the wildlife.
My name is Anthony Edwards. I'm the chair of the local Tenants and Residents Association of Pennywine. This was a joint project with RCG Council, Trevallis, Keep Wales Tidy and the TRA and its volunteers. This shows the boundary line of our site where we first started our environment and wildlife project in 2009. We also help out local communities such as the church, the community centre and recently the local school. A lot of hard work. This is how the site looks today. There's benches made by the TRA for the whole community to enjoy. This shows the condition that the local church garden was in when we started work on it. Took some time, but this is what it looks like today. Church grounds are now ready for the community gardens. As well as working on the church garden, we have been helping with the general maintenance of the building. We started work on the community centre gardens about 2 years ago. This shows how overgrown the land was. This shows the land today, which is all ready for planting shrubs and flowers. The project is well used by the local community for dog walking, picnics and relaxation in the great outdoors. Since working on the project, we have won the Love Where You Live awards twice. We won the Best Kept Community in 2013 and the Best Community Project in 2016. Hopefully our future plans are to take over more ground in the community, do more projects in the community and hopefully in the future get a lot more people involved in the projects that we're already doing.
It's hard to believe that only 3 years ago the community centre at CF61 was surrounded by just grass patches and some neglected and disused areas. A small group of volunteers created a plan to theme each part of the garden. We wanted to make it more attractive and usable for local residents and for wildlife. The garden now has a sensory and beach garden to welcome you to the site. We have a children's nature play area and a picnic patch that are regularly used by the local nursery and as an after-school meeting point. Our veg and fruit areas generate year-round produce for the food share project that takes place weekly at the centre. And the range of plants throughout the site is phenomenal. Most have been grown by the group or donated by local residents and businesses. And it's not just the gardens that have blossomed. The volunteer team has grown to regularly groups of around 10 each week, and we also host sessions with the local college and learning support project. These friendships have developed through working and planning together in all weathers, and we have had fantastic support from GVS in giving us freedom to be creative. Our project truly shows that more grows in a garden than the gardener sows.
Croeso I Down to Zero. We are a not-for-profit community benefit society and social enterprise. Down to Zero is a subsidiary of Cynnon Taff Community Housing Group, and together we support tenants, staff and our local community to reduce the impacts of climate change. We operate across 2 sites, Mundy Cross, leased from Martin Popham of Kenning Property Limited, and Mountain Ash, leased from Tim and Joy Watson. At these sites, we have set up a series of initiatives to help us capture and sequester carbon while actively engaging local people on climate change and local challenges.
Plannu planhigion a gweld sut maen nhw'n tyfu tro nesaf ni'n dod.
Dwi'n hoffi dysgu tu allan a mae'n mynd mewn I pethau gartref hefyd, so ni'n gallu dysgu I wneud yn y tŷ.
It's a really lovely way to decompress at the end of a week. The people here are fantastic. I'm quite a keen allotmenteer myself, so it's a great way to learn.
I find Down to Zero has improved my life, my skills, and I enjoy everything I've learned from here. It's just about learning life skills and learning new things and just learning about nature itself.
So my job is to develop a veg box scheme that supplies local sustainable veg to people in RCT. We have a team of volunteers who come, who do the planting of the veg. They also do the picking of the veg. Without the volunteers, I don't think we'd manage to get as many boxes out as we can.
My day-to-day role is to work with a team of volunteers growing the fruit and veg. I will teach them how to sow seeds, transplant, and then to harvest at the right time. It can improve my mental health and my physical health.
It's an amazing experience, and you can do the bees as well, and you can just buy some vegetables as well, and you can just enjoy them when you're in the house then.
Just come along and try it and just experience, even if it's just for a couple of hours.
Projects like this are going to become increasingly important.
Keep supplying the people of RCT with locally grown veg and give the volunteers much more experience.
There's so many positives.
Well, what a wonderful range of projects throughout Cymru. They show us just how varied communities and their land can be.
Gobeithio eich bod wedi mwynhau'r ffilmiau holl safleoedd ac enillwyr ar gyfer 2025. Llongyfrachiadau unwaith eto in holl enillwyr.
We hope you've enjoyed the films of all the awarded sites for 2025. Congratulations once again to all of our awardees. All that's left to say is that the nominations are open for next year. Go to our website www.farmgarden.org.uk/class-Cymru-awards. Thank you very much for watching. Diolch yn fawr iawn am gwylio.